everyone, welcome to our geography lesson for today. So we started yesterday by looking at human features. Okay, so I've popped some of the human features up on the screen that we looked at. I want you to just spend a couple of minutes just recapping, familiarizing yourself with what the names of them are, just because we're going to need it for today's lesson. So pause the video now and have a little chat at home with me. Fabulous, well done if you've done that. So now I'm going to go through them and hopefully you've got the same at home as well. So this first one here is a house or houses, okay? So we've got some houses just here. I'm going to make sure my background is white so you can see my typing. There we go. We also had a church. We've also got here, which was a town. And if you can remember, a town is a type of area or place where people live. But we said it was different to a city because a city was denser, packed, full of people, and it had sky or high-rise buildings, okay? And a town doesn't have that. Here underneath we have got a school, which ours is in the process of being knocked down. So when you come back in a few weeks, you'll be able to see how much it has changed. It might not even be there by then. We've also got a bus station, or bus terminal. We've got a cathedral, just like we said we had the one in Sheffield City Centre. Then underneath cathedral we had a city, and can you remember, if a place is a city, not only is it really packed and has a high population, it also has a cathedral, okay? We had railway station. We had shops, we've got a farm, and the last one was a harbour. Okay, so well done if you were able to remember and name all of these human features that we looked at yesterday, because that was a lot of vocabulary to bamboozle your brain with. So we're going to have a little think now. Just want you to spend a little bit of thinking time. What are human features and what are physical features? Because we've looked at physical features with Miss Ayres, and this week we're looking at human features. So we need to think about and remember what the differences are between them. So just spend a second having a little think. Okay, so if we remember rightly, physical features have been there all the time. Okay, so they've always been there on the earth, such as a cliff. Okay, they can be changing due to weather and erosion, but trees and hills and the ocean, they've always been there, okay? Whereas human features have not always been there, and they've been built or made by someone, okay? So they're man-made, they've been made by humans. So now on the screen, I've got some pictures of some different features of different places. Some of these are physical features and some of these are human features. So remember, if they're human features, they have been made by someone, and if they're physical features, they haven't, they've always been there and part of the landscape. So I'm going to show you some pictures now, and I want you to think, where would you put them on this grid? Would you put them under human features or physical features? So I'm going to choose this first picture here. Can you remember what it's called? Correct, it's a hill. So is a hill a human feature, has been built by somebody, or is a hill a physical feature, as in it's always been there and part of the landscape? Have a think. Well done if you said it's a physical feature. Oh, what was this picture here? Yes, a harbour. Harbour. What is a harbour? It's a place where boats go to park up. Did we say then that that was a physical feature or a human feature? Well done if you said human feature, because it has been built. We've also got here, this green mass of land is a cliff. Well done if you said it's a cliff. So is a cliff a human feature or a physical feature? Well done if you said it's a physical feature. Now I've got this, which you'll be familiar with from Sheffield, which is a cathedral. Is a cathedral something that's always been there or has been built over time? You're right, it's a human feature. What about this, which is a bus station? Human feature, well done. What about this down here? What is it? It's a church. Where does church go? Human feature, brilliant. What about this here? What have we got? The ocean and the beach. That is a physical feature, well done. Here we've got a farm, well done. And a farm is a human feature. And last but not least, we've got a school, and a school is a human feature. So hopefully that little activity has just got you thinking and recapping over the differences between human features and physical features, okay? So the difference between the two, because we use them to compare the area and surrounding areas of where we live. But it's important to know what the difference is. So we're going to go back to human features today, and we're going to focus on using these two features to identify them in two places near where we live, and two very different places. So here on the left side, you'll see I've got 3 pictures, and they are of Manchester. Okay, and I don't know if any of you have been to Manchester, but Manchester is the closest city to the town where I grew up. Okay, so I know Manchester quite well. Some of you might have been on the train there. You might have done some shopping there. And then the other place that we're going to have a little look at identifying these features in is Scarborough. Okay, some of you might have been to Scarborough before. You might have even gone on this beach, or even paddled in the sea, or even eaten an ice cream or some fish and chips there. Okay, so 2 different places. And we're going to have a look at pictures of these places and see if we can find any human features in these places. So we're not looking at physical features today, we're just identifying the human features in these places. So first up, we've got Manchester. Okay, and I've got a large picture here of a place in Manchester. I've also got a picture down here and a picture here. Okay, I want you to spend a couple of minutes just thinking, what human features can you see in these pictures? Well, I can see a tree, but that's a physical feature, not a human feature. Okay, I've got my first one. So I have got here a cathedral. Okay, so I can see that in Manchester there's a cathedral. What else can you see? Some shops. Okay, so I can see that there are shops. I can also see that here on the left there are some flats, okay? And flats are a type of houses. Can you remember yesterday we said there's lots of different types of houses, and flats are one type. And in cities they have flats because they build up rather than out to take up less space. So we've got some flats. So let's have a little think then. If Manchester has a cathedral and some shops and some flats, which are high-rise buildings, is Manchester then a town or is it a city? It's a city. Well done. So now let's have a little think about Scarborough. What has Scarborough got? Can you see any human features on this picture? I might have to blow up the one on the left so that you can see that one first, because I can see lots of physical features but not human features. For example, here I've got the sea, which is a physical feature, and the beach, which is a physical feature, but we're focusing on human features. So what else can we see over here? I can see lots of houses, and I can also see lots of shops. Now I can't see any high-rise buildings or a cathedral. So at the moment, I don't think Scarborough is a city, but I want you to explore that a little bit more for me and let me know how you get on. So these are your sheets that I have popped together for today, and I'm just going to spread them out a little bit more for you to see. There we go. Okay, and I'll make them a little bit bigger. There we are. So in the top bank on this sheet here where my arrow is, I have put lots and lots of different features around in Scarborough. Okay, and what I want you to do is I want you to look at each of these pictures and tell me the human feature that you can see. For example, I'll do the first one with you, but I won't do any more. If we look here at this first picture, I can see that this is a shop. So that is the first human feature that I would label. And I want you to do each of these human features in Scarborough, okay? And then once you've done Scarborough, I want you to label the features of another place, which is going to be Manchester, okay? So I want you to yet again have a look at each of these pictures down here and see if you can identify the human features. So for example, here, right down at the bottom, I can see that is a school, so I am going to label it. Once you have labelled and compared the human features in both these places, I want you to tell me whether Scarborough is a town or a city, and how do you know? Okay, so have a little think. Is Scarborough a town or a city based on those human features we've had a little look at? And tell me, how do you know? Okay. They're your tasks for today. They're on the school website, or you can just leave them up on the screen now and you can discuss these and talk through the different human features at home if you can't print them off, okay? And you can send us a video of you labeling them instead if you'd like. Have fun doing this task. Remember it, because we're going to be looking at Scarborough and Manchester in more depth tomorrow. See you later for phonics, everyone. Bye.